Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, how are you today? I hope you are fine and always healthy.
Before we'll talk about checking vital signs, we would like to introduce ourselves.
We're from Group 1 of 2B Nursing class and we have 4 members.
Hi, I'm Farasna.
Hello, I am Sadam.
I'm Anissa Amalia.
And I'm Firasya Salsabila. Before we go to the material, we will fill in the question first. You can answer the questions that we will appear on your screen. Then answer one question for 10 seconds so that we can see the progress before and after we study the examination or vital signs. So, let's get started. Good luck, guys! Yes, the time is over. Now, we start learning about checking vital signs. Here there are subtopics that we will discuss. The first is medical terminology about vital signs, explaining procedures, giving instructions, giving response, or closing.
There are 5 kinds of vital signs. They are temperature, pulse, respiration, blood pressure, and oxygen saturation. The purpose of checking it is to find out our state. Maybe you already know that we can detect it on your wrist and on your neck. But do you know that pulse can also be found on other areas of our body? The pulse in humans is divided into several places such as temporal, carotid, apical, brachial, radial, femoral, popliteal, and posterior tibial. Other vocabularies related to pulse. Pulse rate is denyut nadi. Rhythm regularity is ritme atau keteraturan. Tension or compressibility is tegangan, konsensibilitas. Beats per minute, detak per menit. Patient chart, grafik pasien. Normal pulse rhythm, irama nadi normal. Bradikardi, jantung berdetak lambat. Takikardi, jantung berdetak cepat. Bounding, kondisi denyut nadi berdenyut dengan kuat. And the last 3D orbit, denyut nadi berdenyut lambat. Many medical terms about breathing are dyspnea. Dyspnea is sesak napas. Expectorant is obat yang dapat digunakan untuk ketika kondisi tenggorokan berdahak atau batuk berlendir. Expiration is penghembusan nafas. Inspirasi is penarikan nafas. Inhaler for drugs is alat untuk obat-obatan. And the last is sputum. Sputum is dahak. To make it easier to carry out the procedure, we use a sim of checking vital signs. Firstly, inform about the procedure. Secondly, give instruction. And thirdly, report the result. And the final is closing.
The next slide is to inform about the procedure. We learn how the procedure is and what can we say to patient. For the first time, we can say, okay, I will check your vital sign first. For example, I'm going to put this cuff around your upper arm. Next one, I would like to check your pulse on your wrist. I just want to measure your temperature, Mrs. Mendes. It's time for me to check your respiration. And the last one is I'm going to put this clip on your finger. The next slide is giving instructions to check vital signs. We can start with would you or would you mind or could you or can you or please, and the last one is now I want you to blah blah blah. For example, would you mind plus verb being. The first one is would you mind rolling your sleeve? The second one is would you roll our sleeve? The next one is would you mind raising your arm? And then would you raise your arm or would you mind unbuttoning your shirt? The last one is would you unbuttoning your shirt?
Okay, our next topic is how to check blood pressure. We'll learn how the procedure is and what can we say to the patient. Before we start checking the blood pressure, we can say one of these expressions. The first one is, it's time for me, blah blah blah. Ini waktunya saya, blah blah blah. I just want, blah blah blah. I would like, blah blah blah. I'm going, blah blah blah. Or saya akan, blah blah blah. And 8. To measure your blood pressure, to put this cuff around your upper arm. For example, the first one is, it's time for me to measure your blood pressure. And the last one, I'm going to put this cuff around your upper arm. Giving instruction when checking blood pressure. You can use the following sentence to give instruction to the patient. For example, lie down on the couch, lie flat on the bed. Give me your right or left hand. Roll your sleeve up. Reporting the result to patient. You can use the sentence below to report the result to the patient. For example, your blood pressure is 120/80. I have a video about how to check blood pressure is carried out by the nurse. Let's watch it carefully.
Morning, Mrs. Farah. How are you doing today?
Morning, I'm feeling good.
Okay, Mrs. Farah. I just want to measure your blood pressure. Do you mind?
No, I don't.
The procedure, I am going to put this cuff around your upper arm later.
Okay, nurse.
Would you mind using your right hand?
Yes.
Okay. Please roll your sleeve up. Pressure is 120/80.
Is that normal?
Yes, that's normal.
I'm glad to hear that.
Finish, don't forget to take a rest.
Okay, thank you, nurse.
You're welcome.
Okay. After doing the blood pressure, check procedure is to do the pulse checking procedure. Before we start checking the pulse, we can say one of these expressions. The first one is, It's time for me, blah blah blah. I just want, blah blah blah. I would like, blah blah blah. I am going, blah blah blah. And add to count your pulse, to check your pulse, to count your pulse on your wrist, to check your pulse on your neck. For example, I would like to check your pulse on your wrist. And then giving instruction when checking pulse. Blah blah blah, give me your right or left hand and neck. Or blah blah blah, just relax. For that, reporting the result to patient. For example, your pulse is 60 BPM. After checking the pulse, we will check respiration. Here I will discuss respiration checking procedure. Start with one of these expressions. The first one is, it's time for me, blah blah blah. I just want, blah blah blah. I would like, blah blah blah. I am going, blah blah blah. And add to check your respiration or to count your respiration. For example, it's time for me to check your respiration. And after like that, giving instruction when checking respiration. Blah blah blah, inhale, blah blah blah, exhale, blah blah blah, take a deep breath, and blah blah blah, breathe in and out. After like that, don't forget to reporting the result to patient. For example, your respiration rate is 16. I have a video about how to checking respiration and pulse is carried out by the nurse. Please watch it carefully.
Assalamualaikum. Good morning, Mr. Button. How are you today?
Waalaikumsalam. Morning. Fine.
Okay, I'm fine. Alhamdulillah ya. Today, I want to check your respiration and your pulse.
Right.
Okay. May I borrow your hands? When I check your pulse, you can breathe freely, okay? Just relax. Okay. Okay, it's done. Fine. Your pulse is normal. It is 80 beats per minute, and your respiration also good. It is 18.
Okay.
Yes, alhamdulillah. Okay, I have done. You can rest again, Mr. Katon. You're welcome. See you.
Okay, after you watch the video, here I will explain the temperature check. You can initiate the action with one of the following expressions. It's time for me, I just want, I would like, I'm going. And you can add an expression, blah blah blah, to measure your temperature, or to insert this into your armpit, to insert this into your anus, and the last one is to put this into your mouth. To describe intervention you will take. Example, I just want to measure your temperature, Mr. Watson, or I'm going to put this thermometer into your mouth or axilla. And you can give instruction when you check the temperature as follows. Slip off all your top things, unbutton your shirt, raise your arm, and open your mouth. Example, can you open your mouth, or please raise your arm, and so on. If you have finished checking the temperature, you can report the result to patient. Example, your body temperature is 36 degrees Celsius, or your temperature is 97 degrees Fahrenheit. You can tell the result according to the thermometer you are using. You can use the degrees Celsius or degrees Fahrenheit. But the most common unit used in Indonesia is degrees Celsius. If you work abroad, Make sure the most common unit used in that country. After finishing measuring, you can close it. And then I have a video about how the temperature check is carried out by the nurse. Please watch it carefully.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Imas. How are you feeling today? It's so cold in here. I think I have a fever. I'm going to measure your temperature, Mrs. Imas. Sure. Now, I want you to unbutton your shirt and put the thermometer under your armpit, please. Okay. Your body temperature is 38 degrees Celsius. You have a bit of fever, but you don't have to be worried about it. It is normal to have a slight fever after surgery as you feel it. I'm glad to hear that. All is done. Now you can rest so that the fever goes down quickly. You can call me or the other nurse if you need anything. Okay, thank you, nurse.
For temperature checking has been complete. The next procedure will be delivered by Farah Hasna.
Okay, the next topic is the procedure of checking oxygen saturation. You can start the intervention by using one of the expressions. The first one is, it's time for me, blah blah blah. I just want, I would like, and the last one is, I'm going, blah blah blah. And you can add, to check your oxygen saturation or to know how much oxygen is in your blood. And the last one is to put flip on your finger. For example, first one, I want to check your oxygen saturation. The next one, I would like to know how much oxygen is in your blood. And the last one, I'm going to put this flip on your finger. Okay, the next slide is giving instruction when checking oxygen saturation. For example, okay, put out a finger for me, please. The next slide is reporting the result to patient. For example, you can say your oxygen saturation is 98%. Closing, burners and the intervention. For example, finish, don't forget to take a rest and drink a lot of water. Okay, I have a video about how oxygen saturation to check is carried out by the nurse. Please watch it carefully.
Good morning, Mrs. Anissa. Good morning. How are you feeling today? I feel good. Okay, it's time for me to check your oxygen saturation. Okay. Put up your finger for me, please. Sure. Oh, your oxygen saturation is 98%. What does this mean? It means that your oxygen saturation is normal. There is nothing to be worried about it. Oh, thanks God. Finish. Don't forget to take a rest and drink a lot of water. I will. Thank you, nurse. Okay, you're welcome. Bye. Bye.
Closing. After finishing measuring, you can close it with a sentence like the one below. For example, okay, fine, that's it, or fine, or good, or all is done, or that's all, thank you, or finish. For example, finish, don't forget to take a rest, all is done. Now you can rest so that the fever goes down quickly. You can check vital signs at once, one by one, but according to the instruction of the doctor or other nurse who give you the task.
For example, if you want to check vital signs such as respiration and blood pressure, you can do it directly at one time according to what you learned earlier.
After we learn everything, we will discuss the pre-test questions. Starting for number 1. What type of pulse can be detected on our head? The correct answer is temporal pulse because the temporal pulse is in the head and the other options are in the upper and lower limbs. For example, femur pulls on the upper thigh, popliteal pulls on the back knee, and the last one is brachial pulls on the front elbow.
And question number 2. Which type of thermometer is placed in the ear? The correct answer is tympanic. Why? Because the tympanic type thermometer is attached to the ear. Electric thermometer has a sensor that will detect our body temperature through the skin of our forehead or of our hands. Rectal thermometer is used in the rectum, and armpit the thermometer is used inside the armpit.
Okay, the next question, number 3. Which one of the pairs are correct? 1. Blood pressure, degree Celsius. 2. Pulse, beats per minute. 3. Oxygen saturation percent. 4. Respiration mmHg. The answer number 3 is 2 and 3. The correct match regarding the result of the examination of vital sign is pulse and oxygen saturation. And the correct one is blood pressure mmHg in Bahasa Indonesia and respiration degrees Celsius or degrees Fahrenheit.
The next question, number 4. Which expression can we use to inform about the vital sign checking? A. I want you to. B. I just want you to. C. I would you like. D. It's time for me to. The answer to number 4 is it's time for me to, because choice A, B, and C are the patient who will take the action, and the most appropriate choice is D because the nurse will take the action.
It has been 20 minutes we're together, from pretest to the question discussion.
I really hope that this video will help you understand and some skill needed in nursing field. And you can do this important intervention by using both Indonesian and English.
Okay, don't forget to like this video, share it with friends, and don't forget to leave a comment. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye.